Well, I can best sum up the way I'm feeling this morning in this manner right here, Shime. This is pretty much about how I feel. That is about it. Where do we begin? Winky, good morning.
Good morning.
Courtney, good morning.
Good morning.
Curtis,
Yeah.
good morning. Shime, good morning.
Good morning.
What? Everybody expects I'm going to come in here. I'm reading the text line. I'm looking at Twitch. I'm going to come in here and defend Mac Jones and blame it on everything else.
Go ahead. That's what you're going to do.
No, he's been good this morning, you guys, so far.
Courtney and I talked. We debated this back and forth this morning.
All right.
The offensive line stinks.
Well, we knew that
The
was
play
coming.
calling stinks.
The quarterback's great.
Yeah.
And
but
no,
But-
and Mac Jones is not the guy for the future.
there you go.
So
Holy cow.
Yep.
I'm on board with that.
Yes.
But those other two, unfortunately, I've yet to have the opportunity to get to see him work because he can't get more than 3 seconds under center to do something with the football.
You know whose offensive line stinks too?
Matt Patricia's or your
No,
Buffalo Bills?
the Buffalo Bills.
You know which team was on their third left tackle as well?
Yeah, who was tripping over the grass.
Yeah.
Right, who fell on his own face without being touched on the first drive of the game.
And I think that was the craziest part was just the jarring difference between Josh Allen and Mac Jones. And nobody on this show has ever said, Mac Jones reminds me of Josh Allen.
Right.
But
No.
to see them on the same field, Josh Allen, and that wasn't a great game for them, he's good.
And he didn't even run like that.
No.
He didn't even run like that, but there were you could just see the difference in when you have a quarterback that has a skill set that you can say, all right, when maybe things break down, he can make a few plays, or he just has the ability to take the shots downfield. I mean, I don't know if it almost like feels like Mac has been neutered. He doesn't take any shots. It's it's third and 17 or third and 14 or third and 15. It's check down. Now, give Ramondre Stevenson a ton of credit. The guy seems like he breaks every tackle.
Yeah, he got
tackle
lucky
possible.
though earlier in the game when he
with the fumble?
fumbled that ball.
Right.
Very lucky.
But think about how many third downs he's able to convert on check downs because he's making 2 and 3 guys. He's breaking tackles.
Wiggy, I didn't play in the NFL. I was close, Rivers, but Is the quarterback supposed to throw the ball beyond the marker of the first down line or short of it?
I mean, you'd like to throw it beyond, but sometimes if you have a good player like Stevenson and if you give it to him,
No, I'm talking about the two. One was to Hunter Henry. One was, I think, to Kendrick Bourne on the left sideline on 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 9. Each throw was either 8 or 6 yards.
Yeah.
It's like the entire thing is everything we thought. The only thing that I was dead wrong about was believing that Bill was better than he is. Because you know what they should have next to those 6 Super Bowl championship banners they show all the time? Under new management. There's a new chef in town. The guy that cooked up all those things is no longer here. That's what this is. Last night was the Waterloo. I got texts from people that are die-hard fans that just put their hands up. They've been fighting me for a while and said, this is disgusting. And it's what we all thought would happen when they hired these two guys on the offense.
Yeah, no, listen, you and others were spot on when it came to Matt Patricia. That experiment is over. It was fun while it lasted. It's not working. And I'm not going to make I may make an excuse or two this morning for Mac.
But you can't.
You got to throw on the check down when nobody can get themselves open, and that you could see that from time to time last night, Wiggy. But it's just did they not want him throwing the ball down the field? Is he not comfortable throwing the ball?
I
don't think he's very good at it. So the 2 times he escapes pressure, right, and he's running around and he's looking downfield, both times were almost intercepted. One was on the sideline, should have been intercepted, but didn't survive the ground. And then the other one, he threw to a receiver that was 3 yards out of bounds in the end zone, and all that was there was a Buffalo Bills defender. And so, I just don't think he sees the field very well.
But he wants to do it because we
we
all saw him screaming on the sideline, and I'm pretty sure we all know what he said.
Yeah, but there was a play that they highlighted from way up top, like on the broadcast. Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, which them two don't go together.
No, they don't.
There was a play that they highlighted from up top. And there was a deep in route on the right-hand side that comes open. But I think he just doesn't have the confidence to throw the ball downfield, because even when he does throw like the go routes, he's just getting it out, and a lot of times you see him overthrowing receivers. The thing that I look at, if I would have told you this, if you woke up this morning and I'd say, hey, the Patriots defense held the Bills offense to 24 points, you'd go, okay, that's pretty good.
Yes, you would. You would.
And granted, the defense wasn't great, but you go, they held them to 24 points. Josh Allen didn't have a ridiculous game throwing the football. There wasn't a receiver that stood out with a ton of yards. You'd go, okay.
Another game with weird penalties, though. Like, this is just, to me, in that game in particular, an undisciplined team. And Wiggy, you've said all week that it's on the players, it's not on the coaches when it comes to those types of mistakes. But
And the other thing that you look at is, if it wasn't for Marcus Jones being an excellent, return man, because he creates that play on his own, that first touchdown.
He's fast.
It's just
They have had 2 offensive touchdowns in their last 2 home games.
Oof.
I'm sorry, 1 offensive touchdown in their last 2 home games.
Yeah, I think they were
Both by the same guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And whenever their offense scores, even dating back to Josh and Cam and last year, doesn't it always feel like, with the exception of playing the 32nd ranked pass defense, they have to scheme it up to the point where it's this trick play that nobody's seen before? When they actually run their offense, they don't do anything. When they do what Patricia and Judge have designed, nothing happens. But they bring in their best playmaker on the side, they throw a quick screen to him, and they get a touchdown.
It's a disaster. And the kid is standing there, 1 foot in the end zone, trying to grounding it 2 yards away on the.
And so by the way, I know everyone wants to blame the offensive line for that one. That's Mac. Because if you notice, both tackles are cut blocking,
so
which means the ball 3-step drop ball needs to be out. Ball is not out. Throw it away.
Yeah, I know.
Throw it away.
I know.
Because you wonder why. There's a couple times you're like, why is Trent Brown always cutting and missing guys?
Yeah.
And then if you start to look at the whole play and start to see that if there's multiple linemen doing that, then that means the ball's got to come out quick. But you could start to see, for people who remember Bledsoe late, is when he started to see the rush.
Happy feet.
Because, and it's one thing to have happy feet, because like Peyton Manning had the, the herky-jerky, But when you start to have happy feet and you start to look at the rush and you see Mac quivering a lot of the times, I think that is starting to get into his head.
I had happy pants at Courtney's wedding.
I have an unhappy stomach right now.
All right. Well, it's a Friday, and when it comes to this season, it was fun while it lasted. We got lots to get to this morning, including today's leads in just about 15 minutes at 6:25. And then I think I have a couple hot mic moments from yesterday that I will share. Maybe at 6:45 this morning, Curtis, if you want.
I love a good hot mic, especially on a day when we're all down in the dumps.
Yeah, a little Wiggy Courtney hot mic for you at some point on this morning show. They Said It coming up at 7:20. The News with Courtney coming up at 7:30. And finally, the United Nations does something meaningful. What they did yesterday at the UN to pay respect to the sandwich. We will get to that coming up at 7:30 during the news on this show. Talk food. Talk sports, Curtis. Talk food and sports.
I'm very proud of you, Greg.
Yes.
You were able to use new information to recalibrate your opinion on something.
Yeah.
You're right on Mac. Didn't it look like last night Mac won a contest and didn't think he'd actually play? Like, he's in there and he's like, oh my, what the hell? How did I get here?
At least
He was running with his back to the field half the time.
At least Jay-Z was there. We thought it was going to be the Prince.
I know.
The Prince and the Princess.
No show.
Ends up being Jay-Z in the box, huh?
Yeah.
It's our real prince and princess.
Yeah, that's it.
Are you
Jay and Beyonce?
Yep.
Are you surprised that the
My
prince? Are you surprised that the prince and the princess were told how long it takes to get to Foxborough and how long it takes to get back, and they didn't want to go? I guarantee you that was the situation. It's not like. Do you think the offer was made and declined by the Royals, or do you think they were not invited at all?
I bet the offer was made. 100%, yes. For the Patriots, for their social media team, for the marketing, PR, all of that.
Oh, yeah,
to have
Kraft
them
just
there.
to get a picture with them?
Yeah.